Mitchell, it's great to see you, man. Thank you so much for joining on here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I love that mustache. That's crazy. That's a prime mustache there. Where
I grew it myself.
did you? Mitchell, where are you? Are you in Maine? Because you're doing cards in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and Maine.
Yeah, I'm in southern Maine, right in the southern tip in York.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about yourself there.
Okay, so I grew up in Massachusetts. I went to high school there, went to college there at UMass, and then I moved up here a few years ago, up here to York, and I got into real estate. For about a year now, I've been a realtor, which if anybody who's been in the real estate market or who's tried to be a realtor ever, it's pretty hard.
Yeah, this is a
startup
tough time.
process, especially right now. It's a tough time to sell houses.
Mortgage
so
rates.
I kind
are
of
up.
Yep, mortgage rates. There's a ton of built up demand, but people are just waiting for those rates to go down. But that's what brings me to this postcard thing, because I got pretty desperate. I hadn't sold a house in a while, and I was on my final dollars. And one day, my mom said, "You know, I've been seeing like this thing online. I'm seeing like they're saying you could sell postcards and get money and stuff like that." And so she searched for it on YouTube and found one of your videos, which is probably the videos she had been seeing. And so I watched about 10 minutes of it, and it was genius. It made total sense right away. Just super simple concept. And honestly, I got started right away because I already knew some business people in the town, and I think I sold $1,500 worth of spots that day.
Day,
right away.
Wow. Mitchell, how old are you? You talk about your mom and.
Yeah, I'm 23.
23, yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Man, that is awesome. So 23 years old, you went and sold 1,500 in ad spaces the first day you went out?
Yeah. It's I do like to commit to things early on. And this just seemed like the sort of thing where there's no upfront risk. Obviously, you don't have to buy anything upfront.
Nah.
And it just made logical sense anyway. I already had some connections with business owners, so I just reached out to some people and got them together. I knew all I had to do was sell 5 or 6 slots and I'd break even. So I knew I could at least do that.
I just talked about that in my last interview too. It's scary to think of 16 spaces. That's like can mentally be unmanageable. Like, oh my God. But if you just focus on those 6, 7, 8, just half the card breaking even, it's like, oh, okay, I can do 6 ads. That's quick. And then the rest are all profit.
Exactly. And if it doesn't work out, at least you helped 5. If all you do is fill up 5 slots, you could just tell them, you know what, I'm going to give you bigger slots. And have a good day. You make some good connections with some businesses and they'll be happy you gave them a bunch of advertising basically for.
Now on your first, so you just finished your third, you did 2 cards. So you did 1 card and then now you're on 2 and 3. You did them in 2 different areas. So you filled up that first card. How long? We'll talk about the first card. Like you sold those 1,500 ads, then what?
The first card is the York card, which is my hometown. The first thing I did was message some people on Facebook that I already knew. And I also posted we're a very communal town. So we have a big Facebook group that basically everybody is in. So I went to that Facebook group and posted about it right away. And I think that right there is what sold probably 2 of the slots. And one of the slot was just from messaging somebody that already knew me. They were like, I'm in. It's like the easiest sell in the world. It's either they're in or they're out.
Yeah.
Like you just explain it to them. You don't have to actually sell it. You just explain it. They already see the value. The value's automatically there. I'd say within a week I had half the cards sold, and that was the easy half. And then that's because that was all the connections that I already had.
You knew
the
people,
second half,
right?
Yeah, the second half took a little bit longer. I think probably 2 weeks to sell the second half out, but I was just consistent. Probably just 2 hours a day of work because I was also working in real estate.
All right.
Just mainly collect. So I did this all over email, by the way.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. If
you didn't go
probably
face to face at all? You went email 100%?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. If anybody wanted to like hop on the phone, I was very open to that because then it's easy to sell them on the phone. But I did it all over email just to keep things simple for myself. But yeah, so the strategy was just I would look up. I thought up of what would be the best industries who are most likely to pay for marketing, and an example of that would be, say, like a painting company. They're probably going to spend a lot on advertising, especially a bigger one. So I looked up painting companies in York. and then I just go right down the list, go to each of their websites, and I go straight to their header where their Facebook page is. You click on the Facebook icon, and it has all their contact info. So don't even bother looking through their whole website. You just go right to their Facebook. And I would put it into a spreadsheet, and then I would blast out the script. At first, I was sending a really long script, and I was getting a very low response rate, like maybe 1 in 25. But then I actually bought your prospecting course, the prospecting. I think you sell multiple different courses, but this one was the prospecting one.
Yes. Volume
and I
2.
started using that first script that you said to use for messaging. I actually used it for emails. And now I get like a 1 in 10.
So you sold this whole thing, well, the whole back half over email. Wow.
The whole thing.
The whole
and same,
the
same
whole
with
thing
this
was
past
all...
month with the 2 cards.
Yeah. All right, let me look at these cards here. Let me see what you got on here. Did you selectively kind of pick all these? Did you plan out the niches? Like you're saying, you kind of thought, okay, I want this kind of business on it.
Yeah. I thought up, I have a list of all the businesses that I think would be most likely to spend on advertising, and I go through the list.
Yeah, you got like a flooring company, electrician, looks like a pet salon, air conditioning, HVAC, heating, air, a transportation service. Did you do these ads? Did you do these yourself?
So I give them the option. I'll design them for free, but if they prefer to design it, then I allow them to, and I just give them a deadline. So most of them are my designs, but they design some.
No, it looks great, man. Would you make it in Canva, or what program do you use?
Yep. Yeah, I use Canva. Yeah.
Wow. You got a cleaning company. Looks like you got some double spaces too on here. Combined spaces.
Portsmouth. People, I give them a $100 discount, so it's $900 for the double slot versus $500 for a single.
Okay, right. Were you getting resistance on that $500 price, or did you have to?
No,
did you have to discount things? Did you have to discount anything?
No, I usually don't discount. I offer discounts if they're willing to do a longer term commitment, but in most cases, either it's just not right for their business, which in some cases is not. Like if it's a yoga studio, they probably don't have the advertising budget to pay $500 a month.
Yeah.
But then certain companies absolutely do, like a flooring company. So I just focus on those. And it's not going to work for some businesses, but it's definitely worked for a lot of them. Like the flooring company, to be able to hit every single house in our town for $500 is crazy. They can do it every month
and be the only one.
Exactly.
Because if they don't do it, their competitor is going to be on there. Could possibly have someone else on there. How did you present the double ad? Or did you offer that, or did people just ask, "Can I have a bigger space?" Or
I offer it. It's part of my script. I offer $500 for the 4x3 or $900 for the 6x4.
Right.
6x4, and some of them just jump on the 6x4, and I'm like, what? $900 to?
I know.
But I guess some people just want the big one.
They want that big space. They want that big space. 23 years old. Wow. And this is great because you could keep doing the real estate thing. This puts more money in the bank. It's hard to make a living as a real estate agent. It's tough.
Yeah.
Really tough.
Yeah.
And these connections, these business connections can really help your real estate business as well. Just having those extra connections.
100%. And when I'm posting in the community Facebook groups, people see it as a community thing. They don't see me as like a salesperson trying to sell ads. They see it as like I'm bringing the community together.
That's what you're doing.
Together. So even that, people appreciate that anyway. So it's not giving me a bad reputation. This month, I encouraged more QR codes so people can actually measure the impact that they're having, how many people are scanning it. So
this covers every home in New York? Covers the whole thing?
This one does.
Pretty much.
Almost every home. There's a section of our town that's mainly vacation homes, and they're all vacant right now. So I don't send it to that section because it would be a waste of the people's money anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Easy to say it's going to everyone in whatever town. It's a really powerful selling point to just say it's going to everyone 100%. In York.
And I try to target those types of towns where it's big enough that there's a large bulk of businesses that I can just, hammer the numbers because it's a numbers game, but also small enough that there's like a community feeling to it. And it's like, you can say that it's going to pretty much the entire town or city. So whereas if I did it in Boston, I haven't tried a huge city yet, but my thought is my acceptance rate would go down just because it's less of a communal vibe, if that makes any sense. And when you're going to 5,000 houses in Boston, it's not
It's
really
nothing.
as appealing as 5,000 houses in a
It's
small
nothing.
town.
Yeah, yeah. You'd really in that
Yeah.
major metro area, you really want to pick areas that people are going to be like, yeah, I really want to get into that part of town, which is often suburbs
Yeah.
or gated community type areas. I've never been to Maine. I really want to. But I was looking at it, and York and New Hampshire. I didn't realize how close it was to New Hampshire. So you're able to put these two towns. What's that? Did you see a difference in filling the card in Portsmouth versus York? Did you have to take any different approach, or people reacted differently?
Portsmouth businesses were much quicker to just say yes. I think I don't know, there's more. It's more of a city vibe there, so they probably have a higher marketing budget because the returns are bigger when you're in a dense city. So yeah, Portsmouth was a little bit easier to sell than York. I don't regret doing York, but it's definitely, it's a smaller town, and Portsmouth is like a tiny city for a city. I think the tiny city is the perfect size to go for, like 15,000 people. But York is more like a little under 10,000, I believe.
Right.
So
right, because it's like 5,000 addresses, 10,000 people, probably 5,000 addresses.
Yep.
You've got multiple cards out. You're selling ads over email. You're pretty much a veteran. You're a 9x12 pro right now, Mitchell. That's amazing. What are you spending your money on?
So I started running Facebook ads, and I built a landing page and a small website for the different locations, but I kind of shut those down because I've changed my direction. So
Okay.
I'm bringing on my first salesperson. For the first month, they're going to be doing purely sales, and they'll take over the York and Portsmouth cards, and I'm actually doing Dover, so I'm expanding. I'm doing one myself, and they're taking over too, and that'll leave me more time to hopefully recruit another salesperson who will take over her cards.
You are moving fast.
I'm impatient.
That's all right. People get hung up so much on they gotta prepare, they gotta prepare, they gotta get the website perfect. Just go out there and make some sales. Just make it happen. You've got a course. You've got like a guide that you made too on this, right?
Yep, I just finished this morning.
Tell me about that.
I created it's a free course. It's connected to an online community, so I'm hoping to grow that community. It's kind of like a Facebook group, but with the course attached, and people can talk about what they learned in the course, or they can go out there and actually go sell slots and then talk about their wins and their losses and rant or whatever they want to do. But yeah, they can. That course it's free. It's probably not as good as Jake's course, and that's why it is free. But it's another avenue and another angle that if you guys need another opinion, you can see. Clearly, I've
throw it up there. You got that link?
Myself,
I'm gonna put the link in the description too. But let me see this. That's the.
Hold on.
Should have put a QR code on there.
Oh God.
That's all right. I'm gonna put the link right in the description below.
Perfect.
Anyone will be able to see it to go directly there.
But it's free to join, and I also encourage. So obviously, I am going to be doing the fulfillment for anybody who wants to fulfill through me. But if I recommend going straight to Jake. You guys have the inside way, but I'm just basically a printing broker in that case, like Jake talks about a lot. What I do encourage is if you guys share your email list with me, if you have like a Google Sheet, if you share that email list with me, I'm going to compile a huge list, and I'll be doing a weekly newsletter. And in that newsletter, I'm going to be giving value to the businesses that you guys are going out and talking to, not hard selling them, but I'll be giving value. And then at the end, in the middle, I'll be plugging how beautiful the idea of a local spotlight would be, so that when you actually do go in person or call this business, they already kind of know what a local spotlight is, and it's just an easier sale for you guys. So it'll be like a little brand awareness campaign. So if you share that, my email's on the school.com thing, but it's also localspotlightinfo@gmail.com. So if you just share that list, we will all help each other win.
Are you going to start adding print into the mix, selling print? Business cards and brochures and job signs. Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, add that in
if that's something they were, if that's something they're open to, for sure. And I mean, that's another thing that can be upsold on the email list.
Yes.
But
you have all these paying clients now. You have a lot. These people will buy more things from you, and if you add in print, they may not even totally understand you can offer print. So I would just, my suggestion is start offering,
True.
business cards. Did you do any marketing before at all? Like digital marketing or anything, like for clients?
Not for clients, but I've had other businesses that I've done marketing for, Facebook ads, Google ads. Yeah.
People get into marketing, they're marketing professionals, and they typically get into digital marketing, offering like website development, building websites, or SEO, reputation management. And they can go years and like, have 2 clients. Like it's so hard to get clients. It's like almost impossible because every business is pitched for websites and SEO like constantly. And here you are. That's why I love 9x12 system, but you're just a hustler, 23 years old, and you suddenly have like 20 plus business clients like that. Like it's amazing. You have a wheelhouse, you have a stable of clients that for most people that are marketers could only dream of. Like they
100%.
they will never have that many clients, and you got it in weeks.
And we're breathing the same air because in college I actually did do web design. And the reason I stopped is because it was just so hard to get clients. I was sending cold emails, cold calling, and businesses are constantly being bombarded with stuff like
Constantly.
that. But I call this 12x9 thing, I call it the Trojan horse because it's very communal. It's not something that people really have a lot of resistance around. You give them this 12x9, this opportunity to be part of the community. And it's not like you're emailing them saying, hey, I want to build you a website like they get a million times a day. You're giving them this opportunity. And then at the end of the month, be like, hey, here's your final card. You could even bring it to their door if you're local, bring it to the door. And then that's when you can upsell them web design or social media marketing or any of those other things that you can do.
Yes. I mention this sometime. I can sell all the SEO I want. I could sell websites all day. I could pick up the phone, send an email, and have more websites and SEO and other stuff than I could handle because everyone trusts me because I have so many trusted clients. They're like, yeah, whatever you tell me to do because of 9x12, because of print. Say SEO or something or digital marketing, whatever it is, paid ads, social media posting. Say that was your core service. 9x12 postcards are a great way to get people in and sell them that core service. You don't have to discount the core service. You don't have to jump through hoops to try to explain why SEO is important. You got them in with this stuff.
Exactly. That's totally the idea. And that's the whole plan behind my agency is, like I said, it's the Trojan horse that gets me in the door.
That's a great term.
For other people out there, it doesn't have to be marketing. Like there's other things that you can do for businesses. If you're trying to find a job, do a 12x9 postcard and everybody will trust you on those out of those businesses.
Yeah, man, I like to be your age and have that many clients, have this profitable business already, have these kind of relationships. It's so valuable. You went to college, you said?
Yeah, I studied management. Yeah.
What advice do you have for people going into college? Good thing, bad thing?
It's good for certain people. It's bad for certain people. I'd say, obviously, some people want to go be a doctor, and that's great. You probably have to go to college for that, and it makes sense. But if you're trying to just be an entrepreneur, it's not totally necessary. And you could take that for somebody who went to school for management. You could totally do it. Just learning by doing is honestly the best way. Like I didn't learn this 12x9 thing in college. I learned it by doing it the first day that I found out about it. I don't regret it. I didn't. Yeah. There's literally no upfront cost.
I'll get comments, this isn't true. There really isn't. The whole thing is designed to not have any upfront cost. There's none. What kind of advice would you give someone who is in their 20s, early 20s, maybe even late teens, and is nervous that they won't be taken seriously? Did you have that kind of apprehension or anything that business owners aren't going to take this younger person seriously?
No, not at all. And if you're on the younger side, you honestly have the advantage because business owners love young entrepreneurs and giving them an opportunity because it makes the business owner feel good because they were in that spot once.
Yeah, exactly. They respect that hustle. They see that. Yes. That's a mental thing. A lot of people just struggle with, I won't be taken seriously. And they do. They really like you, whatever it is you use to your advantage, whether you're young or old or whatever, you use that to your advantage.
100%.
Have you made financial projections of what you're hoping to hit by the end of the year or anything?
I would like to have 4 to 5 salespeople by the end of the year. And I think realistically, they can each on average cover probably 2 towns pretty easily, especially if it's their full-time gig. And with the commissions that they'd be getting, it could be full-time for them. It would be tough trying to justify bringing on salespeople if they were part-time, because I mean, there is a risk if they don't fill up the card, then either you have to refund everybody,
or you got to go fill up the card. Yeah, you
exactly.
Pick up their slack.
I'm bringing on only people that are fully committed, and so I'm going to pay them well for it. And they also have the ability to upsell even more products like social media marketing, web design,
print,
things like that.
Get them selling print. You can sell print while you're doing 9x12s and just have so much business. It's easy to say, oh, well, business cards is not that much money. Business cards, brochures, flyers, this stuff can easily be hundreds of dollars per client per month. There's some that do trade shows where they might be ordering thousands of dollars worth of stuff. Yard signs that can be in the hundreds. You have political who spend god-awful amounts of money in print, and it recurs. They run out, they need more. They run out, they need more.
Digital is important, but print, everybody still uses print. I mean,
and it does. Yeah. If you think of like a lawyer, let's say they use letterhead, they use envelope, stationery, upscale business cards, presentation folders. They'll probably have brochures and handouts in their lobby. They have to order it somewhere. So they're usually scrambling to go online somewhere. They have to figure out design. It's like at local print shops, they have business coming to them. They never go and prospect for business. It's just people come to them. Imagine that for like digital market where I always say like try to put up an SEO shop. Like no one's going to come in the door. But if you have a print shop, you go to Staples, there's people at the counter constantly. It's a constantly in demand business. Businesses hate having to figure out all those moving parts. They love it when they can just text Mitchell or call you and say, hey, I need 500 more business cards. I got 4 guys that need business cards. I need job signs. How fast can you do them? They love that, to have someone just take care of it. I can't wait to do another interview in like 6 months or something, or a year, and see your progress. I got a lot of faith in you. Yeah. I didn't realize you were so young. I thought I didn't realize you were a young buck.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
Yep. Getting in there.
Incredible. I love that. That was, me. I started in sales at 23 years old. That was the first time I went into home improvement sales. I didn't know any better. And I just listened to what I was told to do, and I just went out and did it. I never got hung up with the thinking stages. I would just go out and do it. It sounds like that's what you're doing too. Just go out and make it happen. That's it. It's just take that action. I got people, marketers and stuff who have been with me for 10, 15 years, and they've never put out a card and they're constantly thinking and trying. It's been 10 years. You got to go out and do something. 100%. Then comes someone like you that just goes out and just talks to people. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, my biggest advice to everybody here would be go get an Excel spreadsheet, go on a certain industry's website. So look up painters in my town, collect all their information, and just start sending emails with a very simple script. That's all you need to do. And then watch the course as you're starting to get responses, and then you'll know what to do when you get responses. But there's no reason to hesitate. All you need is a spreadsheet to stay organized and just start sending emails. And you could always you could take a day to respond. Like if you can figure out what you need to do after you get the response. Just get some responses first, and you'll probably get some sales first too.
I think people are going to get a ton out of this. Again, if anyone wants to check out Mitchell's free guide, go in the description below. They just probably pop their email in and it gets delivered or instant? Yeah,
it's actually a community. So I could share my screen if you want me to show it right now. I have it open. So we're on skool.com, SKOOL, and then you can just look up 9x12 postcard side hustle and it'll pop up. All you'll have to do is make a simple account just with your email, and then it brings you to this community. It's my community that I created, and it allows you, it's kind of like a Facebook group. You can write things and actually post them, and all the members will see it. You'll have to title it. But more importantly, if you guys want a free course on step-by-step exactly how I did this and sold postcard in 2 towns, then you go to Classroom right here, and you go to this 9x12 postcard sales mastery, and it'll be step-by-step exactly what you need to do. And right now it's all written, but I'm actually, within a week, I'll probably have videos for every single concept. So whichever way you guys prefer to consume it, it'll be there. But yeah, you can post about your wins on this tab, announcements, tips and tricks. And yeah, I'm always going to be just throwing out free information, like on my freebies section. I already have a sales flyer. So if you guys don't already have samples, if you didn't buy samples from Jake yet, at least you could use a sales flyer for now. So I have a Canva template that basically just quickly describes what the Spotlight does. So it helps you if the boss isn't there and you're going door to door, at least you can leave a flyer with the employee and hopefully they give it to the boss. But yeah, so it's just a free community. All you have to do is put in your email.
What I think people would really like to see is content when you get your sales reps going, maybe document and show the process that you're using for having sales reps. That'll be really valuable.
True.
And maybe in a few months, you got that all running up. We'll get on an interview again.
Sounds awesome. Yeah, and I plan on putting in a scaling course as well. So that'll basically break that down. And I'm looking forward to another interview and hopefully things are even bigger.
Man. All right. Well, thank you so much, Mitchell. Appreciate it a lot.
Can't
wait to see your next card. You got this whole other area opening up.
Yep. It'll be 3 next time.
Man, amazing. All right. Have a great day. Thank you.
All right. You too. Thank you so much.
Bye.